Hello and welcome to another video. So today I am planning the week of May the 4th through May the 10th. This is Mother's Day weekend and I had a different kit originally planned for this week, but then I decided to not print it in time. So this is the one I had printed ready and it's a Blossom kit from Print Petticoat Bandit, a printable shop on Etsy. And I thought that with all the florals, it was still pretty Mother's Day themed. So I decided to pull it in for this week instead of the week I originally planned it for, which was a week or two later, I think. And as you can see here, while I'm flipping through the kit, I have removed some of the stickers to put in my memory planner. And so this is not the complete kit that I'm showing you. But even so, I've removed most of the stickers I intended to use for my memory planner. And so what you see here is most of what would be left over, and it's a lot. One of the things I noticed while I was planning with this kit this week is that Print Petticoat Bandit puts so many stickers on a page. Like, she really crams them in there and makes lots of little stickers to use for icons and bullet points and things like that. And I really love using her kits. I hesitated to purchase from her shop for a while because it felt like she had some of the more expensive printable kits. Not crazy expensive, but over $4 and almost $5 expensive, whereas most of the kits that I buy are something around $3. And yet she puts so many stickers per sticker sheet and like really maximizes the use of the sticker paper in such a way that I actually think it's an incredibly good value, and I will probably be looking at her shop much more from now on. I'm using fewer kits as a whole, so I won't be shopping there a ton anyway, but when I go to get new kits and when I finally catch up with the ones that I have already bought, I will probably be buying from Print Petticoat Bandit, and so I will be putting her shop info down below in case you are also interested. And with that intro out of the way, we'll move into a time lapse. And these past couple of weeks, I've been experimenting with 2.5 times speed instead of 3 times speed. So you'll have to let me know if you notice any difference and if you have any preference, because I don't know. I originally switched to the slightly lower time lapse because my computer will start to lag a bit at the faster time lapse and it makes it harder to sync up my voiceover and the video. But I don't know if it like is noticeable and if either one of the speeds is preferable. So you'll have to let me know. This week is the first week that I tried this 9-box kind of layout, and it was really interesting because this is the kind of week where I had in my head a vision of what my spread would turn out like, and for once it actually turned out exactly the way I envisioned it, and it was perfect. Like, I loved this week in my planner. It is one of my favorites that I've ever put together. I love how having my days of the week in little boxes on one side of the spread and ultimately lots of room for to-do lists and notes on the other side of the spread really maximizes what I need out of a weekly spread, because on any given day I have 2 or 3 events that I want to make sure I keep on my mind and maybe a to-do or two. But really what I want a weekly spread for is to collect things like weekly to-dos, some notes, things I want to remember about the upcoming week, habit tracking, things like that. And so having a whole page for that while still enough space for my daily events in this layout was really helpful this week. And because I loved it so much and it was so pretty, I also turned back to this spread a ton and ended up using it a lot. So it was really useful for me this week, and I feel like the past couple of weeks I haven't been utilizing my weekly spreads quite as much. So being able to find a spread that really motivates me to come back to it and keep in mind my weekly tasks was really helpful, and I really enjoyed this setup. So while I explained all that, you saw me drawing in my squares. These are 8 boxes across by 11 boxes tall. And then on either end of the page, I put some strips of scalloped washi that came with the kit. And then I spent a while trying to decide what I wanted to use for date covers, because right now the only date covers I have print and cut are a bright color palette, and I wanted to use the date covers that came with this kit for my memory spread. So I had to figure out what kind of date covers I wanted to use, and once I figured that out, I was ready to go in and add some full boxes, because there are 9 boxes here, but I only need 7 for the days of the week. And then I really liked this kit because I actually had 2 extra full boxes. So this kit came with a sheet of 9 full boxes, which already leaves me with 1 extra, which is usually what I work with. But then on another sheet, there was another full box just kind of hanging out. And so I used that one as well. And I really liked both of these. Like, the art in this kit is so nice. And I put like the flowers up in that corner because they were in the corner of the box. And then these birds down at the bottom are so cute. And it was just a good time. I really loved putting this together. So what I'm working on now is the date covers I decided to do. I am using these label stickers, and there are so many of these stickers in this kit. I'm just impressed every time there's like a ton of little boxes, because lots of little boxes is what I like to plan in the most. And so having lots of little boxes and little icons in a kit is really useful to me. And so I was really having a good time here. I laid those down at the top, and then I used the larger square to put the number that is associated with the date, and then next to it I just lettered in the day of the week. And I was worried that it wouldn't come out looking as nice as it would when I put actual date covers. I tend not to combine my script and my hand lettering with a printable kit quite as much as I do when I'm just doing like a more free-form bullet journal kind of spread. But I did it this week, and I love how it came out, and it was just beautiful. I think I've said that I love how it came out 50,000 times already, but it's still true. And this week overall there was a lot going on. So this week was my sister's birthday, this week was Mother's Day, this week my school had an awards assembly, I had 2 bills due. There was a lot to put in. And so I'm starting with this weekend banner because the kit came with 2 weekend banners. So that was also really nice, because from the get-go, it is really set up to be used for more than 1 week's worth of planning. And so now I'm going into my All in a Season Happy Planner sticker book to find the holiday stickers, and I pulled this pink Mother's Day script sticker. And then I was looking for something that was birthday related, but I guess birthdays aren't in a particular season, which makes sense. But even though this is called an All in a Season book, I definitely think of it a lot as a holidays kind of book. And so my head just thought, oh, maybe there's also something birthday related in here. But there wasn't, so I moved on. And on Sunday, I'm putting down this half box with the Mother's Day script sticker, because I knew that was the first thing I wanted to make sure I remembered this week. And then below it, I'm using this little bow to mark that the 10th is, as always, when my boyfriend and I celebrate our month anniversary with some kind of special treat or dessert or outing or something like that. So I wanted to mark that down. And then I'm dealing with how I want to incorporate my sister's birthday into the spread. And I decided to hunt down a Fox and Pip sticker that I haven't used in decades. I mean, it's a celebration kind of sticker, but the only thing I really celebrate are like a handful of birthdays, and so I don't get a ton of use out of this sticker sheet, but when I do, I use it. And this was an especially interesting usage of it because I got to use the blue balloons, and I never use the blue stickers. Fox and Pip typically has their stickers divided into like a warmer pinkish color palette and then a cooler bluish color palette. And I almost never use the blue ones, but the blue not only matched this kit very well, but blue is also my sister's preferred color between blue and pink, so I put down the blue balloons for her, and it is her 21st birthday. I commented on this when I was filming my monthly spread, but it kind of blew my mind that my sister is turning 21. It's just wild. I don't know. In my head, she's 19, and she's been 19 for, I guess, 3 years now. So that's crazy. Or 2 years. 2 years. So yeah, I marked that down, and then I went in with these little heart stickers to mark the videos that I wanted to get up, and I got them up on time. That's like 2 weeks now with planned videos that actually went up when they were supposed to. And I've been able to actually stay on top of subtitling my videos. There are like 3 left since the beginning of this year when I started subtitling my videos that I need to catch up on. But so far I've been able to keep up with my new videos the past couple of weeks, having subtitles with them, and so that's been really nice because then I don't get behind. And what's really held me up on staying on top of subtitling these past couple of months is that I got behind for just 2 or 3 weeks, and then suddenly I had way too many videos, and subtitling takes a lot of, like, it's tedious, so sitting there and doing it for a while makes me really tired, and then next thing you know, I'm overwhelmed by all the videos I have to do that for, and then I don't do it. But I am catching up. So I'm catching up and I'm staying caught up, which is really nice because I want to be able to get all of them subtitled. So there's that. Then I'm marking on Tuesday that I get paid that day with this little flag and a like money icon sticker. And then I'm also putting in my bills that are due. So on Tuesday, I pay towards my credit card because I get paid that day. That's just what I do when I get paid. I finally gotten to a place where I'm budgeting well enough that I haven't been using it, which means that all of my payments towards it now are really going to just decreasing the overall down payment and not just catching up on whatever usage I had of it that month. So that's pretty fun. And then on Thursday, I'm marking that my student loans are due that day. They aren't really because my student loans are in, I think it's called forbearance. And that's something that my creditor did automatically when the coronavirus situation hit. That basically means that my payments aren't due and my account isn't collecting interest. So right now, my student loans are just paused. And that's really nice because it means that whatever I can pay for it right now actually really goes towards paying it down, and none of it's really going towards interest right now because it's not collecting a ton of interest. I don't think it's collecting interest. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's not. And so that's nice, and it's like set up such that if you are having financial trouble right now, or you aren't making as much money as you would otherwise, you aren't being like hurt by your student loans. But because I'm fortunate enough to actually still be making my same income right now, I thought that this is a good time to actually just pay it off and like continue to pay it off, even though I do have that forbearance on my account. So I was marking that, and then I also noted that the 5th was Cinco de Mayo, which I don't ever do anything for, but I had the script sticker, so that's why I put it down. And then Thursday, I marked that at 7 p.m. there was the Winter Sports Awards ceremony. It was actually at 7:30, which really confuses me because for some reason, when I first got the memo about these award ceremonies, I'm definitely sure that they said it was at 7 p.m. But recently, they've been pushing it to 7:30, and so my notes are wrong. But it's fine. It's not that big a deal. Then I'm going in and I'm sizing some checklists for the boxes that remain to see exactly where I want to put them and how many I can fit in that space. I put 4 up on Monday and then was able to squeeze in 5 on Wednesday. So long as I put that 2-day header up at the top to take up what would have been just a bit too much room on Wednesday. And then I'm also sizing up a checklist sticker for Friday. Friday, like Monday, gets 4 checklist spaces. And then to take up that space, I just put a bit of decorative washi tape on Thursday. I should have left it alone because I ended up needing that space on Thursday, but at the time I was like, what's going on? I don't need anything on Thursday. But a thing I do is at the very beginning of the week, which isn't when I plan. I plan on Saturday the week before, but on Monday the week of, the dining hall releases the menu for the week, and I don't always go down there to pick up food. We do like a pick up food. There's no eating in the dining hall anymore, and it's just faculty and faculty families. But I write down which days they have lunch that I do want to go pick up, because I don't like half of the things that they serve, but the other half I really like and I want to remember to go get some. And I ended up needing that space on Thursday, but it's okay. I also ended up not going on Thursday after all, so I guess I didn't need that space. On the right hand page, I'm starting to set up my dashboard notes section, and so I put some glitter sticker strips on tops and the bottoms, and then I'm marking this week with 2 checklist stickers and a header. And then I'm also putting habits over on the far right of this section, and this kit came with 4 habit trackers, so I just went ahead and used all of them. I end up using these habit tracker stickers to mark my reading, the 30 days of yoga challenge that I'm trying, a cleaning schedule, and whether I'm up by 7:30. I need to stop tracking whether I'm up by 7:30. I'm never up by 7:30. I'm up 15 to 20 minutes before I absolutely have to be up, and that changes a bit day by day, so it's not consistent. And I woke up by 7:30 one time this week. Other habits did a bit better, followed the cleaning schedule exactly about half the time. I did 30 days of yoga twice, but I really only skipped 2 days. The other 2 days I didn't do it because I was so sore. I did it for 2 days, then I was super sore and stopped doing it for a couple of days, and then I spent a day packing for students because faculty have started to pack up some dorms if students request for their things to be mailed to them. And that was a long afternoon. I mean, they were only asked us to pack for 2 hours or so, but it was so physical to bend down and pick things up and shift boxes around and things like that. So I was also pretty tired later on that day as well, and I didn't do 30 days of yoga then either. But that's okay. Having the numbers on the day really makes it easier for me to pick it back up. And so even though I missed a couple of days that week, I'm not feeling like I'm just going to stop this month. I'm probably going to pick it up again more frequently the next week. And then while I was explaining all of that, you can see me put in this section that I made for next week, just to mark some things that are coming up and to have a place to hold things that I know I want to get done, but I probably won't get them done this week. And so I'm just going to put them next week. And then here I'm lettering in a quote that I Googled, and I had to Google it because it is in Spanish, and I wanted to put it in Spanish because my mom speaks Spanish fluently. I don't. I know some conversational Spanish and Spanish in context, but I do not speak it fluently. And yeah, I'm not fluent in it. So I had to look it up, but I found this one that seemed pretty interesting. The only word I'm really uncertain about the actual definition of is the very first one. But essentially it says, Mamita querida de mi corazón, yo te quiero mucho con todo mi amor. And I really liked it because, one, it rhymed. It was meant to be a little card kind of quote. And I'm pretty sure it says something like, dear mom of my heart, I love you very much with all of my love, or something like that. And I thought that it was nice, and I liked how it rhymed. So I put that down in the bottom there, and then I am adding this deco across the page and surrounding the quote and things like that. And overall, I thought the spread came out very well. So the last thing I'm going to do here is show you these stickers that I still have left, which is so many, and I end up using these for the next week as well, so keep your eye out for that. And that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. Definitely let me know what you think down in the comments below, and let me know how you celebrated Mother's Day. I think I'm just going to end up calling my mom and maybe send her a late Mother's Day gift, because I'm filming this voiceover on Mother's Day and I still haven't bought anything because I could not decide. I'm not great at keeping up with gift sending, but I'll probably pick something. So let me know what you ended up doing, and let me know how you're doing, and I will see you next time. Bye!